A very warm welcome to the Grünwalder Stadium in Munich. Matchday 36 of the German 3rd Division here. Patrick Alt, as you can see on your screens, the referee for today's clash between FC Bayern Amateurs, the second team of FC Bayern Munich, of course, and Unterhaching, down in the basement of the German 3rd Division table. Both teams in the relegation zone. Unterhaching, after the results of yesterday's games, unfortunately relegated for next season. They know that already. Bayern asked before this game whether that makes the job easier or more difficult, given that they're still in the relegation zone themselves, fighting for their lives. In a way, they've said it makes it more difficult. Unterhaching still with honour and pride to play for. They need to go out there and try and get themselves a little bit of dignity and pride restored before the end of the season. Still a few games left to make their mark, even if they cannot climb out of the relegation zone. A few final checks from referee Patrick Alt, and we are underway here on Matchday 36 in the German 3rd Division. Thank you very much to everybody who's joining us. It's a real pleasure to have you here with us for some German Dritte Liga action. Quite strange surroundings for this one, with Unterhaching's relegation being confirmed yesterday. Even if they were to win all of their remaining fixtures, they cannot quite climb out of that all-important bottom four. It's a different story for Bayern 2 though. Unterhaching in 20th out of 20 in the table. Bayern 2 only in position 18, so not looking too good themselves. But it's really, really tight at the top of that relegation zone, and the teams just above. Meppen are the team on the cusp of the relegation zone, and Bayern at the moment, well, they started going into this game just 2 points behind Meppen. But Meppen themselves playing against Lübeck at the moment, the team in 19th, so there's another game going on parallel to this. I'll do my best to keep you updated for the scores in that one. They've already started. Kick-off time between Meppen and Lübeck an hour earlier. But Unterhaching with the first attack of the game down the right-hand side. Could be chance in the penalty area. Marshalled well by the Bayern defence and cleared away. Unterhaching in all white today. Bayern 2, the home team here at the Grünwalder Stadion, in the familiar red and white shirts of one of Europe's biggest and best teams, of course, FC Bayern Munich. It's always the case with Bayern 2. A young average age. Some very well rated players, some highly rated players, some good prospects in this team. But they've struggled to make their mark this season. Champions of the 3rd Division last season, fighting against relegation just 1 year later. An incredible turnaround. But that is the problem when you have a young squad. So many talented players. The talent is obviously moving up. The clear aim being to reach the first team of Bayern Munich, of course. Several players have made that move in the past. Corner's going to come in here, and Unterhaching get the head on it at the front post. Lofted up and over. Just getting underneath the ball a little bit. Would have been tough to get something on target, but a promising start for Unterhaching, no less. You wonder if Aria van Lent's side feel that the pressure's been taken off them now. No longer part of the relegation battle. It's just about going out on a high as much as they possibly can. The number 23, Markus Schwabel, taking the throw in. He's definitely one to watch today for Unterhaching. Remarkable 12 assists from Schwabel this season for Unterhaching in a struggling team. It's back to the goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure. Your Coppens putting that one straight out of play. Unterhaching wanted it, but it's a Bayern throw. Just to go back to Schwabel, 12 assists. That's 3 times as many as the second best player in terms of assists within his team, Unterhaching. A real standout for the team. in this tough season. There he is getting involved. His teammates won the ball back. Ehrlich still trying to go through. Bayern remaining strong in that midfield. Winning the throw-in out of it as well. Christopher Scott there, the number 24, just 18 years of age. Several of the Bayern's 5 players, of course, under 20. Lots of players to watch out for. But they can't be thinking about their future careers just yet, because today they have a massive job to do and they really need to get 3 points if they're looking to stay in the 3rd division. You can hear the shouts on the sidelines, both teams keen to get involved, keep their teams motivated, keep their players focused on the task in hand. It's Welzmüller lofting it over to the right-hand side. Not the most accurate ball though, and Unterhaching have it back in the defence. A bit of a dangerous pass forward, and Bayern's 5 swarmed to get the ball here. Chris Scott in the box, just in front of his foot. Couldn't bring it under control. Just a little sign of what that Bayern pressure can do to a team. It's clear enough that these young players at Bayern's 5 will be instilled in the Bayern school of football, the Bayern philosophy of football. Schwabel, the captain, not really happy where Coppens, his keeper, put that goal kick. Unterhaching do win the ball back though and manage to spread it forward down the right-hand side. Another slightly risky ball in the defensive midfield position, but this time they have won it back and they have a chance to break on the right-hand side. Options over for Ansbach. Turns inside and he's got the ball back here, Ansbach. Instead of going right, he's gone out to the left and it's a promising attack. First shot coming in, it's blocked, but they could still be going. A second tackle and there's still a shot coming in just wide of the post. Well, they had 3 bites of the cherry there into Hacking. In the end, that was not far away. Big block. Second one as well. Defence throwing themselves at it. Eventually, the shot just finding its way wide of the target. Heinrich it was with the first 2 attempts. And the third one didn't quite trouble Ron Torben-Hoffmann in the Bayern goal. Good signs of life from both teams early on here though. Not even 7 minutes played yet at the Grünwalder Stadium. Both teams showing little signs of what they can do. To Remy Vita. Just running back to get that one. Vita's throw then. Battle of the headers here down by the touchline, but Unterhaching bring it back a little bit fortunately, unless that was left deliberately for Ansbach, in which case I take it back, and it was a lovely little bit of play. Stehlin does well. This is Schwabel looking for yet another assist. That cross not quite good enough to get one. Might win his side a corner though. Quick shot we saw there of Danny Schwartz. Danny Schwartz, as they would call him in German. Coach now of Bayern 2. Got a big history with Unterhaching as well. Almost a century of appearances for Unterhaching. Well remembered here, but that's a good ball in. Chance at the back post. Can Unterhaching get this across the line? They can. It's bundled in. It looks like it's going to count. Stehlin was it with the final touch. It was such a mess inside the 6-yard box. Hoffmann still down inside the goal, but Unterhaching have squeezed it over the line, and Arya van Lent, his side may be bottom of the table, but they have taken the lead early on here against Bayern 2. It came from the corner kick, and it turned into an awful mess in the middle. Hacking with player after player available, and no way that the Bayern 2 defence could get it out. It's Schwabel's assist again from the short corner. He won't be credited with that one though, because there was a shot coming in from the defender Göttlicher. But in the end, it was Niklas Stehlin, the defensive midfielder, that forced the ball over the line. Second goal of the season there. Well, how about that for Danny Schwarz? I was just saying, fondly remembered for his time at Unterhaching. 98 appearances in the league. Got a few goals for them as well. Played for both of these teams then. Danny Schwarz, 98 league appearances for Unterhaching, 47 for FC Bayern 2. A man who knows both of these teams inside out from his time as a player. Now on the touchline, graduated from the under-17s at Bayern, now up to the second team. Big chance for him. Obviously a job which comes with pressures as well. Scott's picked up a free kick here, by the looks of it. Schwabel it was, going in for the challenge. Bayern have carried on. Scott back on his feet as well. Feldhahn coming forward, experienced centre-back. Vita has the ball blocked quickly. No surprises that Markus Schwabel is the man in the way. We'll see plenty more of him today, I'm sure. Already played his part in putting his side 1-0 up. What a frantic start here. That is a goal with consequences. Haching may be relegated. But Bayern desperately in need of points from this game. If Haching were expected to prove no test and just lie down and give up the 3 points, well, they've shown that that was never going to happen today. But they can put Bayern 2 in real trouble, or keep Bayern 2 in real trouble, I should say. Down in 18th position. Already with problems enough. But a defeat here could be really costly as we get so close to the end of the season. That's another nice bit of link-up play. And another chance for Haching to break forward. Space over in the centre. Christoph Ehlich bursting forward down the middle, but he wasn't picked out. And Bayern have it back. First little signs that this might be end-to-end here in the first half at the Grünwalder Stadium. Free kick given by Patrick Alt. Now Schwabel up against Chris Scott once again. Christopher Scott winning the set piece for his team. They'll be keen to strike back early on. They won't want to sit on this. You don't want to be stuck behind in one of these games, chasing the game for the whole time. Makes life difficult to play the Bayern way. It's floated into the box with backspin. Headed away. Justin Chi. He's won the throw-in. 17-year-old. Half American, half German. Registered for the USA at the moment, the young 17-year-old Justin Che. He's back on the ball here, the number 35. Let's come across to Angelo Stiller. Promising chance in the D. Flicked forward. Joe Coppins can let it run out of play. Armindo Sieb, number 41 up front for today for FC Bayern 2. Hasn't scored as many as he would have liked this season. When you play the lone striker, you need to get in the goals. But at the moment, it's Timo Kern, the top scorer. He's injured for today's game, not expected to play a part. 8 goals make him the top scorer at Bayern 2. Schwabel plays it back to Stroh-Engel. Strong challenge from Remy Vita. Little unlucky that the ball didn't fall his way. Looks like he's won himself a free kick, Vita, though. Bayern have the chance to play it around the defence. Ron Torben Hoffmann on the ball. Already beat him once today. Trouble at the back for Bayern as soon as that cross was played in by Markus Schwabel. White shirts all around it inside the 6-yard box, and the pressure was too much for the Bayern defence to withstand. But will the Bayern attack prove too much for the Unterhaching defence to withstand over the course of this game? Coppens launching it down the right-hand side, but straight onto the head of the number 38, Angelo Stiller. And the attacking flow of the first 10 minutes is rather broken down here. Threatened for a second that might turn into a bit of an end-to-end clash. But as soon as I've said that, that playing style has rather died out in the game. Schwabel is going to knock this one out of play. I think there's a player down. Stiller it might have been. Looks like he's back on his feet now. Just getting knocked over in an aerial challenge. Here's another look at it. Stiller going up in the air. Just taking a knock in the collision. Landing a bit awkwardly, but good to see him back. Ready to play on as we go past 15 minutes here at the Grünwalder Stadium. Gone quickly. Both teams looking pretty fresh, it has to be said, considering they're both in the relegation zone. They don't look like two teams short on confidence, low on form. Unterhaching lost 4 straight games coming into this one. In their last 15, just 2 wins and 1 draw, 12 defeats. A really rotten run for Unterhaching, which is what has seen them relegated in the end. Bayern 2, though, no wins in their last 9. They lost 4 in a row as well, something that Unterhaching know all too well how that feels. Since losing 4 in a row, it's been loss, draw, loss and draw for Bayern. Just cannot buy a win right now. Referee steps over that one nicely. Patrick out. Smart play. Doesn't have to blow the whistle. Schwabel just running off a little bit of a knock. Arie van Lent, the Dutch coach, will be desperately hoping that Markus Schwabel can carry on. Would be a real blow to them if he were to go out of the game at this early stage, but no such signs of that at the moment. Just took a little knock, happy to carry on. Ambitious through ball attempted for Bayern 2. Didn't work out. A little bit of basketball off the field there from Niklas Feldhahn. He's got it back in play. It's with Stiller. Remy Vita. Challenged by Schwabel again, and once again, Schwabel conceding the free kick. Referee not particularly happy with the way Schwabel is challenging. It didn't look too bad from the first angle. Clearer to see it that side. It was a free kick indeed. Good spot. Patrick out. I'll leave that job to him. Coppens already early in the first half. In no rush at all to get that played. That's nice distribution though. Little left-footed kick out of his hands. Straight to a teammate. But Bayern have won it back already. Proving difficult for either team at the moment to put together a little spell of possession. Keep the passes flowing. All getting a bit crowded in the midfield. No space for anybody. Challenges coming in early, as you saw there. Dennis Weidner not even with time to bring the ball down before the challenge has flown in, and Unterhaching have knocked the ball off from the control of the number 44 Weidner. It's Greger at the back for Unterhaching. And now there's a little bit of space. It might be deep in their own half, but Haching have the ball and no pressure on them this time. Room to run. That's whipped into the box. Vita had to head it away with Schwabel behind him. Looking for a free kick on the edge of the area. They're not going to get one though. Bayern get it clear, but that one is nowhere near a teammate. Easy to chase down. Hacking throw. Well, here's a better look at what happened. It was played up into the air by the number 27, Heinrich. Just a hand in the face. Stiller it was. Looks like he was up against Dominik Strohengel. He was indeed. Strohengel back to his feet. Stiller just catching him in the face and then protesting his innocence before any reaction had really come. A bit of a suggestion that Angelo Stiller knew what he was doing. Patrick out. The referee didn't mind though. Nice passing to give a bit of space to Hacking on the right hand side. Miscommunication. Remy Vita's able to step in. Good tackle again. Niklas Steele in, the goal scorer. It's a nicely played through ball. Unterhaching working the ball well in the Bayern half. It has to be said. Delivery coming in. Big jump from the number 25, Paul Grauschopf, but he was nowhere near the ball in truth. Would have been a lovely goal if Grauschopf could have got on the end of it. The cross was too fast and too high. More good signs though from Unterhaching in the build-up. They are the team at this phase of the game who are able to string together the passes in the opposition half now. Of course, Bayern have the quality to change that in an instant. They need to show that they can do it. Here's Stiller on the ball. Spreads the play well. Two men over on the left-hand side. It's Scott. He's got Vita there. Goes inside into the penalty area instead. It might come out to Vita in the end. It does. Can Vita whip one into the box? He can. It's low. It's not accurate enough. Cleared away only as far as Welzmüller. Remy Vita again. Welzmüller dribbling forward. Vita, another chance to deliver perhaps. He's going to go back instead. Good pressure from the Unterhaching defence, forcing Bayern to knock it back across their defensive line. Well, here's that spell of possession that I was talking about, that Bayern have struggled so much to create yet in this first half. Now they've put together some passes. Ball in, headed away. Still going to be a Bayern attack continuing though. Angelo Stiller. Plenty of red shirts forward, but loads of white shirts back as well. Space over on the right-hand side. 1v1. Good block in the Hacking defence. Janis Thurshan it was. Solid defending for Unterhaching, and in the end, they get their throw-in out of it as well. Resisted that spell of pressure halfway through this first half. Here come Bayern once more. Passed into the D. Schwabel had to be careful, and he's given it away here. Could have been a free kick. Bayern still have the ball in the penalty area though. Back with Vita. Combining on the edge of the area. Will there be a shot coming in? There won't. Hacking, get it away, and Anspach could start an attack. Pass not accurate enough. Much better this from Bayern. They'll be pleased with the fact that Lübeck have gone in front a few minutes ago against Meppen as well. It's going to go back to the keeper, Coppens. Lübeck are the team in 19th. It might seem strange that Bayern would be happy with them going ahead, but Meppen are the team just one place above the relegation zone. Referee's blown his whistle there. Clash of heads. Well, hopefully both players are okay. Lofted up into the air. There's a back of Armando Sieb's head. And that's a look at how Unterhaching snuffed out the last attack from Bayern. It's been much improved since the 20-minute mark, it must be said. Pretty much all Bayern since then. Göttlicher it is, the number 14, the man who's down. He's getting his head wound tended to. Hopefully he's okay to carry on. Bit of a lump visible on the forehead of Felix Göttlicher. It's going to be a sore one. So Lübeck wouldn't move above Bayern 2 if they won today. Quick free kick. That cross. Far too far though. Got far too much power on it. And Che's done really well to keep that in play. Just fouled to a Chan in the end. It was the cross that killed that. It was a nice quick free kick taken from Bayern. Good training ground routine almost. But the cross out from the left-hand side of the area. Woefully off target. As I was saying, Lübeck would be a precious win for them. It would keep them right in the battle in terms of the relegation places. They would remain behind Bayern 2, but crucially Meppen would remain just 2 points in front of Bayern 2. Uerdingen in the mix as well. As it stands, you've got Meppen outside of the relegation zone on 38, Uerdingen inside on 37, Bayern 2 inside on 36, Lübeck inside on 34. Unterhaching would be on 31 if they could win this game, but still with just 2 games remaining afterwards, they would be down. Che kept the ball in, looked up, but there was no whistle. Bayern can carry on from the back with Niklas Feldhahn. Good passing forward from Stiller, and he's done well to win the ball back there. Got the ball stuck between his legs, no foul. Unterhaching have it back. Options over on the right-hand side. Anspach tries to go through the middle. It does go out to the right anyway. More by luck than judgment. That one's whipped into the box. A little bit too high. Stroll Engel was looking for it. High five between the 23 and the 33. Schwabel it was on the overlap, but Ehrlich played the cross himself. Early change here. Not sure what exactly happened to Christopher Scott. Unusual to be withdrawn after just 27 minutes. Did take a few challenges, won a few free kicks, might have taken a little knock in the process. Jan Fiete Arp, the number 9, the player who was brought on to replace him. Goal scoring potential there in Jan Fiete Arp, and Bayern 2 do indeed need goals. Jan Fiete Arp with 5 to his name this season. Furious shouts on the sideline. That's worked out really well by Unterhaching. Anspach up against Che. Che used his pace effectively to get in the way. He let it run away from him though, Justin Che. Haching have it back. Still they play down in that right hand corner. Any chance for Grauschopf to get the ball in? No, there isn't. And now Bayern on the breakaway this time. Sarpreet Singh, we've not seen much of him in today's game. This time he knocks it out to Dennis Weidner. Bayern coming inside. Chipped into the box. Headed away. Got to be careful here Unterhaching though. The attack's still coming. You can't dally on the ball with the back to your own goal in that position. Bayern playing with more intensity in the last 10 minutes. Remy Vita just upping the ante now. Hacking defence has stood firm so far. Fair to say they've done their job well thus far with what they have had to defend against. But Bayern have got more in the tank, haven't they? Ball forward, Coppens catches it in front of the substitute. Jan Vita up. And that's about as busy as Joe Coppens has been, in fairness, with the defence in front of him standing up well for the most part. Coppens has not been called upon. Hoffman, the goalkeeper at the other end, in fairness, has had very little or nothing, in fact, to do since the goal. Here's a chance. Sieb in the area, goes round the keeper. He might be able to slot it in. He can't. Off the post. Armindo Sieb. Well, that, by a long shot, is Bayern's best chance to equalise in the game. They've passed it much better in the final third in the last few minutes, and that time the ball was incisive into the penalty area. Sieb did well to get it round the goalkeeper, but just could not find the angle at that pace. Little touch to the right to get round Joe Coppens. Looked easier from the live TV camera. You saw from the replay the speed at which Armindo Sieb was running. The 18-year-old could not get the required angle to equalise, and even if he could have, possibly there would have been an Unterhaching defender there. Still, much more like it from FC Bayern 2. Here they come again. Clash on the edge of the area. A little bit messy in the Haching defence, but after a few bounces and bobbles, they get the ball cleared away. Here is Armindo Sieb once more. Into the box for the number 11, Kuhn. Chipped up, chested down. Will there be a shot coming in? Back to Sieb, miscontrols it on the edge of the area. Bayern really pushing now as we're over the half-hour mark. Foul. Welzmüller, I believe it was. He's going to go into the book for that. Just stopping the breakaway from Unterhaching. Agri van Lent will be happy with that at the moment. They've got the lead. They can afford to defend and then break away when possible. And Bayern knew that they had to stop that one. Both hands on there from Welzmüller. The referee spotted that well. Bit of pressure in the area. Bit of a slip on the ball there as well. Weidner it was. In a bit of trouble, but Unterhaching have given away a free kick. Taken short, as you would expect. Bayern 2 teaching their players to build from the back. Challenge coming in. It's left Jan Vita up. Back on the substitutes bench where he started the game. Göttlicher just leaning into the challenge a little bit. Bayern 2 staff not particularly impressed to see Vita up. Thrown back into the dugout, but in truth there wasn't too much in it. Just a bit of momentum between the players. Greger hacks it away. Quick passing, one to chase, but have to be a very rapid striker indeed to chase that one. Christoph Ehlich nowhere near the ambitious pass. So Bayern 2 come again then. Just over 10 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half. There will be more chances you'd expect, either for Haching to double their lead on the break or for Bayern to strike back with what would be a precious leveller Much better passing in the opposition third now. Janis Turchin called upon once again. Stiller afforded a bit of room here, Stiller. And then suddenly 3 white shirts around him and nowhere to go. Good movement here. Sieb in the penalty area, lays it off to the right. The ball across, not good enough from Bayern 2. Hand up in apology. Sarpreet Singh, I think it was. And that was a chance. Sieb had worked the ball into a good position in the right-hand corner of the penalty area. When he laid it off to Sarpreet Singh, might have been expecting a better delivery into the penalty area. Blocked by the first man. That'll be offside, but second man can chase it in. Again, not accurate enough in the build-up. Justin Che just knocking it carelessly towards the white shirts of Unterhaching, breaking down the Bayern attack for themselves. Marcus Schwabel lays it into Stielin. Schwabel's going to get it back here. Confident on the ball. The Unterhaching defenders not playing like a team in 20th place and bottom of the table. Far from it. Composed and confident for the most part today. Bayern have started to pose a few more questions for the Unterhaching defence of late. But in general, it's been an impressive performance from Arja van Lent's Unterhaching side. A few more halves like this, they would not be down in 20th. Bayern with space this time on the left for Remy Vita. Veldsmüller. Feldhahn launches it to the right-hand side. Little bit too far, a little bit too high for his teammate. Dennis Weidner claps his fists together in frustration. His attempts to keep the ball in play did not work. It will be an Unterhaching throw. Player down. Referee Patrick Out says Unterhaching free kick. Camera on the 17-year-old Justin Che there. He's the one penalised. Unterhaching allowing their white-shirted players to flow forward. No rush to take that one. It wasn't a good delivery when it was taken. Straight into the arms of Ron Torben Hoffmann. Well, you can see the frustration of the number 38 there, Angelo Stiller. He's playing in that gap today between the defence and the midfield. It's in that defensive midfield role. He's good on the ball, good with his feet. He's looking up for options, and Feldhahn's given that one away really cheaply. Lucky for Bayern that Justin Che could make that header. Feldhahn's ball forward, woefully inaccurate. But he was suffering the same as Angelo Stiller has been in the opening 38 minutes of this game, which is when Bayern are on the ball in that defensive midfield position, they're just looking for options to open up for them. Unterhaching have got the passes closed off well, or they've managed to close those passes off so far in the game. If they can keep doing it, the frustration will build at FC Bayern. On the ball on the right-hand side now, forced backwards again. Opting for the patient approach rather than launching the ball into the box. Stiller, this time he does have an option. It's Veldsmüller. Vita waiting for it on the left-hand side. Nowhere to go. Again, the Haching defence well positioned. chipping it forward into the box. The header didn't really need to be made. No pressure in behind. It would have been a simple one for Joe Coppins. It's good footwork again from Stiller this time. The pass not accurate enough. The frustration yet again in the body language of Angelo Stiller. Now Haching with their chance. Quick passing. Space open on the left as well if they can use it. Look the other way instead. Trying to play the unpredictable way. Unterhaching, they allowed the Bayern defence to flow back over to that side. Then went the other way instead. In the end, they've played with patience and they've gone backwards. Grauschopf. Now Stielin, the goal scorer. Simple pass forward. That one's hit its target though. Ansbach again has the chance to turn and run. Spreads the play to the left-hand side. Good defending. Really fast. Nicholas Kuhn, I believe it was, sprinting back to make the challenge. Now Bayern with a chance to break. Unterhaching had brought some players forward for that attack. But just one more time, the Bayern ball forward. Not accurate enough. There was the pass. Ansbach playing in his teammate. Tuachan, the left back, bursting forward into the box. Bayern snuffed out the danger well. 5 minutes to go then in the first half. Earlier Van Lent watching on. His players have done him proud today, I'm sure. But plenty of time still to go in the game, even if there are just a few minutes left in the first half. Still time for anything to happen. Goal now will change the complexion of the tie. Ansbach again confident on the ball. Plays it out to Heinrich. Ball across. Easy one for Hoffmann. Bayern bringing it over the halfway line now. Remy Vita. Again, not looking for the one-on-one there, Vita. Not looking to take on his man and run at him. Opting to go backwards. Yet to reap the rewards of this patient play, Bayern. Ball's bobbling a little bit on this heavily worn surface. This time Vita gets the cross in. Took a little nick on his way through too. Ehrlich it was with the deflection. Göttlicher heading it away. You can hear the Bayern team and you can hear the Unterhaching defence as well, trying to get themselves in position. Good low ball across. Almost met the foot of Sarpreet Singh in the end. Just ran past its intended target. That one's past its target as well. Bayern will have to keep it in. Linesman says that Remy Vita did not keep it in. Cheap giveaway with just a couple of minutes left in the first half. Symptomatic of this team today. Danny Schwarz there on the bench talking to his team. Talking to the staff of Bayern 2. They'll need to see more in the second half if Bayern are going to play their way out of trouble today at least. Still a couple of games left to get them over the line to safety. Schabel not happy. Sieb's gone down and got the free kick. Remy Vita. Into the final stages now in the game between Meppen and Lübeck, with huge consequences in this relegation battle at the bottom of the German third division. But here come Unterhaching with the ball forward. Moritz Heinrich steps over. Can he get a shot away? He can't. Bayern defence have held up firmly that time. Yet again, it was Niklas Ansbach playing the ball forward. Really effective in that attacking midfield role today, the number 18 for Unterhaching. Moritz Heinrich couldn't do anything with it on that occasion. Maybe could have taken a shot earlier on. He was looking to make the most of the opportunity, see if he could get a teammate into play. But the Bayern defence snuffed that out really well. Can they use that solid defence as a foundation to come forward? They will do. Stierlin conceding a free kick. Could be a good chance at the end of this first half. Maybe the last one of the first half. There surely won't be too many stoppages. Not too much stoppage time to be played. But Lübeck still winning against Meppen. That means that the situation, although it's not looking great for Bayern here at the moment, 1-0 down, could be worse. Free kick's going to be delivered in. Straight onto a white shirt though. Headed away. Bayern still coming. That one crossed in towards the back stick. Far too close to goalkeeper Joe Coppens. Bowls that throw out overarm towards Markus Schwabel. Just booted clear, but it's booted clear accurately. Might be a free kick coming Unterhaching's way. The ball was lofted forward nicely. Strohengel, I believe it was, just brought it down, hooked it over his shoulder. He won the free kick, as Bayern won the foot race in the defence. Well, that was the cross that we saw just a moment ago from Nicholas Feldhahn. It was the right idea to get something into the area from that point. Usually a solid attempt. If the ball would have drifted in towards the back post, that can be difficult for a goalkeeper. But you need some red-shirted players closer to it to cause that danger. That one was easy for Coppens. Schwabel's delivery, headed away. Into the last minute of the first half, and that one's gathered by Hoffmann. Can Bayern build one more attack before the whistle blows? They might be able to. Free kick given as well. Vita up. The substitute just had his toes stood on. Remy Vita. Still hesitant to go one-on-one today, Remy Vita. Lofted forward, perhaps too far. It's going to drift out of play. That might be all she wrote for the first half then, here at the Grünwalder Stadium in Munich. 15 seconds on the clock still. Not sure what the defender's talking to the referee about, but might be about why there were 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half with virtually no stoppages. But Patrick Elt has blown his whistle before that was back in play. You can see the score there at the break. Not the turnaround that Bayern Munich needed in this game. They trail 1-0 at the break. It was Nicholas Stierlin bundling the ball over the line in the 8th minute that's given Unterhaching the lead. Armindo Sieb missed the best chance to equalise for Bayern Munich on the half-hour mark. He rounded Joe Coppens in the Unterhaching goal, but couldn't get the angle to slot the ball back in for 1-1. And that is why on Matchday 36 of the 3rd Division here at the Grünwalder Stadium in Munich, the half-time score is FC Bayern 2-0, Unterhaching 1. We'll be back after a short break to bring you all the action from the second half. Welcome back to the Grünwalder Stadium in Munich. It's the second half of the game between FC Bayern 2 and Unterhaching. And it is Unterhaching who lead at the break 1-0. Richter then, the substitute. Coach Arjen van Lent removing Christoph Ehlich and bringing on Richter. Stanisic as well. Veldsmuller was in the book. He has been replaced. Those are the changes at the break. And now referee Patrick Elt has a look at his watch and gets the second half underway. Big 45 minutes to come then for FC Bayern 2 in their fight against relegation. Too late for Unterhaching, but they've played very well in defence today. Withstood the pressure from Bayern 2 and managed to get the goal themselves too. If you're watching here on YouTube, German football in North America, then it is a pleasure to have you with us for this game in the third division. It's Matchday 36, the business end of the season of the third division in Germany. My name's Tom Midler. It's a pleasure to take you through the rest of this game as Unterhaching come forward early on and could be in here. Well, that wasn't far away at all. Hoffmann, the goalkeeper, slamming against the post, but it looked like he was under control at least. But what a dangerous ball from Markus Schwabel. Dominik Stroh-Engel so close to it. Stanisic, the defender, just come on, called into action immediately. Trouble at the back for Sieb. Striker doing a bit of defending and not doing it brilliantly, it must be said. Bayern clear it away though. Busy start to this second half. Only 70 seconds played and already a couple of moments at the back for Bayern 2. That was lofted backwards. Might be a corner given away here cheaply. Goalkeeper Coppens rescues it for now, but has to put the ball out of play. Bobbled right off the foot of the defender. Well, if you're watching here in Europe, it's the voice of Alexander Kuntz, as you might be able to see on your screens. But in North America, it's me, Tom Midler, with you for the remainder of this game. We're hoping for some excitement here at the Grünwalder Stadium. Both teams in the bottom four. Bayern in desperate need of points to claw their way out of the relegation zone. What have they got left in the tank at the end of the season? Bit scrappy in the Unterhaching defence, but they get it away and they can break too. Once again, Ansbach bursting forward. We saw that so much in the first half. Heinrich with the ball on the right-hand side. Ansbach waiting in the middle. Gone instead to Grauschopf. Haching get it into the area. Feldhahn with the header though. Was it Feldhahn? No, Stanisic, the substitute. Keeping busy again at the start of the half. Sarpreet Singh there with a nice ball through the legs to release Stanisic and a bit of room on the right-hand side. Stiller knocked it forward. It's not brought down well though by Fiete Up. Unterhaching can smash it away to safety. Furious beginning to life inside the stadium. Plenty of life in the city outside the stadium as well. A lot of noise and commotion. Bayern 2 still coming here though. Fiete Up. Tackled on the edge of the box. No free kick given. Can Unterhaching break? Stroh-Engel was offside. Had to go out to the left instead. Grauschopf plays it inside. Referee gets in the way of Dominik Stroh-Engel. He's not happy here. Patrick out. Proving an effective defender for Bayern 2 in that attack. A little bit unfortunate for Unterhaching. Unterhaching with a chance to come again though. Good little ball in behind. Through ball into the middle. Richter on the end of it, making his mark on the second half, but Hoffmann able to get the ball away. I mentioned the other important game going on, Meppen against Lübeck. That one finished just as this one came to an end of the first half. Finished Meppen 0, Lübeck 2. So Lübeck in 19th in the relegation zone, picking up an important 3 points to keep themselves in the race. And Meppen, costly defeat for Meppen as well. They could have moved away from the relegation zone, put some breathing space between themselves and the threat of relegation with a win there. But they didn't manage it, and that means they stay right on the cusp. Free kick floated into the area. Who's on the end of it? Feldhahn is. Looked for a split second as though that was going to loop towards the top corner. In the end, it just dropped short. Easy claim for Joe Coppens. Good delivery from the set piece of Bayern though. But that's worked out of defence really well by Unterhaching. Chased down by the number 27, Moritz Heinrich, and he's kept it in play. He's got 3 players in the middle as well, 3 teammates in the middle. Schwabel not opting for another dangerous cross this time, instead knocking it back. Stiel in the goal scorer. Grauschopf. Fast forward, really patient build-up. It's into Strohengel. He's going to cut back onto his right foot. Opts not to take the shot. Stierlin lifts it out to the right-hand side. Schwabel, low ball across the middle. Touch comes in and it's a finish from the angle. How about that from Unterhaching? A really lovely ball across. Yet another assist for the number 23, Marcus Schwabel. And Nicholas Ansbach, who's been at the creative heart of everything that Unterhaching have managed in this game, has got himself a 7th goal of the season. He's their top scorer, assisted by the top assist provider, Schwabel. The two key men for Unterhaching linking up. Schwabel brought it down. Looked like there was work to do for Ansbach from that angle inside the 6-yard box. Somehow he found the touch and still kept it inside the back post. It's a really nice finish. Hoffmann beaten across the face of the goal. Unterhaching lead by 2, and Bayern 2 are in real trouble now. Well, we said it had been a furious start to the second half here at the Grünwalder Stadium. And Unterhaching are the team to strike first in the second half as well. Mountain to climb now for Bayern. They've got plenty of time to do it. They've got plenty of talent to do it with as well. But Unterhaching really playing like a team released from the shackles now that they're relegated, now that they're outside of the pressure of that relegation battle. They have truly let the handbrake off. And they'll be a bit frustrated in a way that a performance like this has come so late on in the season. 2 wins in their last 15 games. 4 losses in a row. Schwabel clears it away and gets a bit lucky too. When things aren't going your way, that's the kind of thing that happens. Nicholas Kuhn could have got on to the end of that, but Schwabel's clearance knocked off the Bayern player and out of play for a goal kick. All the teams around at the bottom of the 3rd division table. Meppen. Well, I'll come to that later because this is feet up and it's a shot. The keeper didn't deal with it well. Coppens in real trouble with that shot. Didn't gather it at the first attempt. It was a simple save. Really nice work from feet up. The shot had no right to cause too much problem for Joe Coppens. In the end, his whole body was behind it. Didn't spill it goalwards, but could have been dangerous. Signs of life perhaps then for Bayern 2, but as I was saying before, the rest of the teams at the bottom, even Meppen who've just been defeated, but Lübeck, Uerdingen, they'll be delighted to see Unterhaching, who are already out of the race at the bottom of the table, taking a 2-goal lead against Bayern 2. Stiller. Bayern looking more dangerous now. Feet up into a teammate. Big chance. Good save. It takes a deflection. Lucky for Unterhaching. Nicholas Kuhn's shot. It was a good save. When it deflected back, it could have gone anywhere. But wide of the target it was. Great ball across. Kuhn. Combination of defender and goalkeeper there, but feet up. With a brilliant ball in for Kuhn. Schwabel was there, Coppens was there, everybody putting their bodies on the line for Unterhaching to keep that out. And again, they got fortunate with the deflection. Terrible touch inside the area, big chance for Bayern, wow. Well, that was a mess of 3 or 4 seconds of football from the goal kick. Not sure if they took the goal kick already once. Tried to take it again. Bayern weren't particularly happy with the back and forth inside the 6-yard box. When it was taken properly, it was a real duffer of a first touch. And it could have been a gift for Bayern 2. Unterhaching get away with it. And they go long. Hoffmann's going to gather that one easily and bowl it back into play for Bayern. Bizarre scenes at the back there for Unterhaching. They've worked really hard for the 2 goals that they've got today, Unterhaching. Stealing in the first half, bundling home across. You guessed it, from Marcus Schwabel. And in the second half, just 5 minutes in, Schwabel's cross again. Chance here for Bayern. Coppins, the keeper, just in the right place to deny Nicholas Kuhn. It was another nice goal from Anspach. Unterhaching have worked so much for these goals. They've worked so hard. Built on the foundation of a good defence. They've gone forward and put themselves in front. They'll not be keen to gift Bayern a goal and a way back into the tie. Vita this time goes direct into the box. Cleared away well though. Good combination play. Bit of luck this time for Bayern. Cross over, hit terribly. Hand up straight away. Nicholas Kuhn. Ball might have just bobbled before it reached the boot of the number 11. Here's another look, perhaps at the goal kick. Touch was so heavy. Stealing it was. Scored the opener. Nearly gave Bayern 2 a goal back. Coppins, luckily enough for Unterhaching, was alert to the danger. He saw the bad touch as soon as it came in. From goal kick to important save in about 3 seconds. Those are the dangers of playing the ball out short. Free kick Bayern. Substitution made. That's that for Nicholas Kuhn. Len Jastrzębski, the player brought on then to try and turn the tide in Bayern's favour. 4 goals that Jastrzębski's got. Strike partner Arp with 5. Kuhn's got 4 as well this season. But they need to get a couple, and they need to get them fairly quickly. Still more than half an hour remaining in this game. But Unterhaching can play a bit differently now with a 2-goal advantage. One moment of madness. It's not enough, but there could be a 3rd goal here, and it's off the post from the number 15. Christoph Greger, what was he doing in the penalty area? In acres of space as well, Greger. The cutback from Heinrich was just perfect. The ball rattled off the upright. It wasn't Heinrich, it was Richter, the substitute. Nearly getting the assist for Christoph Greger. That could and perhaps should have been game over for Unterhaching. Schwabel. Haching win the free kick. Pressure off. What does Danny Schwartz think of all this then? Bayern 2 coach with so much experience at Unterhaching. Played so many games here, scored goals as well. A well-loved player at Unterhaching. But now his old team are putting him in a bit of a difficult spot. Bayern have not shown enough today. Unterhaching deserving of their lead, it has to be said. Defended well, attacked with efficiency. You can't ask for much more than that in any game. A free kick there. Going Unterhaching's way again. taken long. They've gone direct. SpVgg, no offside flag yet. The flag does come up in the end. It was a late flag from the assistant on the far side. SpVgg must have thought for a second that he was in there. Direct ball. Here's another look at it. He's onside there. The ball just being played. The screenshot was well timed. Dominik SpVgg was onside. They beat the offside trap for Bayern 2 really well. Unterhaching. We didn't really get to see how the situation would have played out, but touch of bad luck for Unterhaching. Here come Bayern at the other end. Ball into the area. It's not a good one. Unterhaching on the break. That time the offside's clear. They let it go. Stiller out to the right for Stanisic. Looking for a handball, but Bayern have it in the area. Singh saying, we don't want the free kick, thank you very much. I've got the ball in the penalty area. Free kick is given though. Looks like Finn Seidel getting ready to come on for Unterhaching. First and foremost, defending to do for the team in white. Stiller's ball in. Bayern are on the end of it. Danger at the back post. It slips through between everybody's legs. Wow. That was close. Took a flick on at the front post. It was executed really well. Big chance at the back post, but nobody could get on the end of it. Just not falling Bayern's way at the moment. Good touchdown, Anspach. A little bit of room to run. Good step over. What can he do now, Anspach? Took a little knock in the penalty area there. Referee wasn't happy. Wasn't going to give a penalty for it. Ball in towards the back post, not quite far enough. Good touch as well to bring that away. Bayern with a chance to break. Still running forward, really good work. Spreads it out to Singh. Singh might have a shot, goes for the pass instead. Good first touch. Bayern still going in the box. Haching have it away. Still not cleared properly. Haching with a player down. They're going to put this one out of play. Stielen it is, who's down outside the area. And that was a good attack. A couple of good chances in there for Bayern 2. Does that influence the change that Arjen van Lent was about to make? It's a nice cut inside onto the left foot of Singh. Ball in. Good first touch as well. Looked for a split second as though the number 14, Jastrzemski, was going to be in with a great chance to shoot. The defence just about held firm in the end. Confirmation of the substitution then. Grauschopf is going off. Finn Seidel coming on. Joe Coppins then able to get the game restarted. Very direct long ball for Feldhahn to defend. Bayern have it back with the goalkeeper. Now it's Hoffmann's turn to loft the ball forward. Singh. Bayern just running out of space and accuracy once again. It's been an incredibly well managed defensive display so far from Unterhaching. White shirts just where they need to be, seemingly at all times in these opening 65 minutes of the game. Getting towards the final phase here. How much better did Arjen van Lent and his side feel with a second goal to sit back on? Singh can't bring it down. out of play. Well, it was a draw the last time the two teams met. 1-1 draw. Luka Marseiler out injured today for Unterhaching. He was on the score sheet early doors in that one, giving Unterhaching the lead after just 2 minutes, but Jan Fiete up. Back on the field today, Fiete up. He scored in the 45th to level up at 1-1, and that's how it stayed. Bayern would have to go some way of turning this thing around if they're going to rescue a draw again today. Last season's games were all very close as well. A 1-0 win and a 2-1 win. It's 1 win apiece for both of these sides. Haching taking 3 points and Bayern with 3 points as well. It's chipped down the right hand side. Good ball in to Schwabel. Cushions it back well for a teammate. Good patient passing, good accuracy as well. Schwabel with a chance to get one into the box, and he does. It's fallen for a teammate. Big chance for 3-0. Well, that's 2 now. Unterhaching have had 2 big chances. He's only just come onto the pitch, Finn Seidel. The deflection was enough just to make him lose his footing. The ball a little bit behind him. A dream of a chance, but he snatched at it. The touch on the way through was enough to unsettle his strike. That's 2 big moments now. Good block. In a bit of pain as well. Julian Richter. What can Bayern do from this throw? They've taken it short. Not looking to launch one into the area at this stage. This time, it's Weidner of Bayern taking the block from close range. Both teams suffering one of those in just the last few seconds. Apologies from Markus Schwabel. Double change as well from Danny Schwarz. Not sure who's gone off yet. But Nemanja Motika certainly on the field. Ball cut out in the defence by Justin Chait. Room to run into Chait. Goes out wide, Sarpreet Singh. Chait gave him the overlap option, went into the centre instead. That's a good leave though. The substitute, number 25 on the ball. Now the shot coming in, wide of the target. Took a fingertip save from Joe Coppens on the way through. Immediately the two substitutes combining. Torben Ryan, the number 25. Nemanja Motika as well with the final shot. That would have been quite some double substitution if Bayern 2 had struck back in that moment. Another header from Nicholas Feldhahn, the defender. And another one easily gathered by Joe Coppens. Immediate impact though from the number 25 and the number 43. Would have felt great for Danny Schwarz on the touchline for Bayern 2 if within 60 seconds of the substitution, you've got a double substitution, one player with the assist and one player with the goal, but the fingertips of Joe Coppens stopped that from happening. Bayern with plenty of possession now in the final third, but they need to find a way through. Sieb, good header away. Sieb again though, another corner for Bayern. Applying more and more pressure now, Bayern 2. They need to turn that into an end product. If they're going to turn this around and get the win, a goal now would be awfully helpful. Stiller, ball in, just too high for everyone. Justin Che, the 17-year-old, is going to pick it up at the back post. He's going to launch another high one in. Bayern with a big chance now, and they do get one back. The high ball's into the defensive area. Did cause trouble in the end. It looks like it's Motika. Had a shot saved just a moment ago, and now he's on the score sheet. Game on again then at the Grünwalder Stadium. Che's ball high into the air, headed down really well by Jastrzębski. Another substitute. Celebration for Nemanja Motika. Firing the goal in. Well. Still 20 minutes left.
In der 72. Spielminute Anschlusstreffer für Bayern Amateure Torschütze mit der Nummer 43, Nemanja Motika. Damit neuer Spielstand zwischen den Bayern Amateuren und der SpVgg Unterhaching 1:2.
Still 20 minutes to play. What does that do for the complexion of this tie then? Bayern absolutely in need of points. It's a nice moment for Nemanja Motika, first goal of the season for him. But it doesn't mean anything as it stands. Haching with a chance for an immediate response. Schwabel fires one goalwards. Hoffmann needed to keep hold of that and did so. Strohengel left a foot in, didn't look like too much in it. Schwabel, so often the assist provider, not the player to shoot himself, but how much are Unterhaching going to rue those misses? Two really good chances to add a third in this game. Christoph Grieger hit the post. Finn Seidel sliced a shot wide as well from close range, and now all of a sudden it is game on at the Grünwalder Stadium. Bayern 2 back in it at 2-1. Even a point would be a precious one for Bayern, given that they were 2-0 down. But they've got time to go on and win this if they can continue to make inroads into the Unterhaching defence. But Unterhaching, they're going to play like this now, on the break, looking for opportunities, and they've done it well so far in the second half. Still danger, definitely, from the team in white. Good ball down the right-hand side. It's in the corner. Haching into the area, forced back towards Schwabel. Another good ball. Hoffmann gathered it. Free kick for Bayern. It's launched into the area again. Feldhahn once more with the header on it. Finds a teammate this time. It's a good turn though. Bayern still with a chance. Feldhahn over the top. 7 yards out. Nicholas Feldhahn falls to his knees in despair. The Bayern 2 captain. He can't believe that. Look at the cry of anguish. He knows how much that would mean to his team. Centre back by trade. He's not normally in those positions. Bayern would have wished that had perhaps fallen to somebody else. A huge chance for Bayern 2. Good turn from Mortika, the goal scorer. Tough challenge though. Haching have it back and a chance to break as well. Goalkeeper launches it long again. Too long that time. Interesting phase of the game this. Bayern suddenly coming to life. They're going to throw everything at the remainder of this game. 15 or so minutes remaining now. They are going to be giving it everything they've got to rescue a point. How nervous will Unterhaching be protecting the lead now that it's down to just one goal again? How much will they be willing to risk in attack to get a third and perhaps kill off the game? All of a sudden, those Unterhaching misses at 2-0, looking like they might be costly. Strong challenges there. Haching winning the ball back and then giving it away swiftly though. Bayern free kick. Just a tread on the toes there. Stielin, the opening goal scorer, it was. Not too happy about the decision. But Bayern get the chance to get one into the area. They float it goalwards. Brought down. Cleared away down the right-hand side. Is there a break on for Unterhaching? Not with the defender there. There's not. Stanisic getting it back to the goalkeeper. Bayern can come again. This might be the pattern of play for the remainder of the game. But a goal now would have massive ramifications. They'll not get a second goal like that. And again, Joe Coppens, well, content to waste time up against Jan Fiete up. Might have cut that one a little bit closer than he would have liked. Step over to waste a second or two. Fiete up, just inches away from that. There's a ball into the box. One to chase. Ron Torben Hoffmann, the grateful recipient. Julian Richter was almost there for Unterhaching, but almost doesn't cut it at this level. Haching still have work to do if they're going to get this morale-boosting win over the line. Doesn't change anything in their relegation picture. But it drags Bayern further into the relegation mire with them. If it stays this way, and that is a big if at the moment. Bayern suddenly giving themselves a lifeline. Several substitutions made already. Jastrzemski's on. Torben Rhein, the number 25, is on. Nemanja Mortika getting a chance as well and seizing it so far with one good shot. And another one which found the back of the net, and Bayern are within touching distance of a point now as we enter the last 10 minutes. Big chance this, as we come round into the 81st minute. Angelo Stiller is going to deliver this one with his left foot. Will it be a red shirt on the end of it? Stiller's ball in. It will be a white shirt heading it away. Vital for Unterhaching. Bayern have the ball back with Sarpreet Singh though. He's going to stand that one up towards the edge of the area. Looking for the second ball. Feldhahn wins the knockdown. Chance for a shot. Taking a deflection. Hacked away by Göttlicher. Unterhaching defence getting ever more desperate as the game goes on. Bayern also getting desperate in their attempts to attack the Unterhaching goal. It's going to be a thrilling final phase if it stays like this. Plenty of drama here on Matchday 36. I hope you're enjoying it. Unterhaching spreading the ball long towards the substitute Richter. Can he keep it in play? He can in the end, Richter. Wins a throw-in for his team at least. Haching again playing on the counter. That's all they need to do at the moment. Sit back, keep defensively stable and solid. See what they can do on the break. Schwabel yet again key to his team's performance today. Haching go backwards to Coppens. Throw in, that'll suit them just fine. Justin Che not too happy, but he couldn't have done much more there. Moritz Heinrich. Well managed in the Unterhaching defence, but it's given away. Bayern can come again. Starting patiently again with Nicholas Feldhahn, the player who perhaps missed the best chance. Will Bayern get a better opening than the one from Feldhahn? The defender, the number 5, putting the ball over the crossbar from just outside the 6-yard box. Surely time for 1 or 2 more chances to come in this game yet. Again, Unterhaching smashing the ball clear. Josip Stanisic spreads the play nicely. Stiller. Good footwork again. Stiller doesn't go to ground. Gets the ball out to Justin Che. Stiller whips one in. That's a great ball in too. Big chance for a leveller. Well, how about that? Multica has been picked up by the cameras. It was hard to see if he was offside or not. I don't believe there was a flag up. Jastremski and Multica both in there, but what a wonderful delivery that was from Stiller. Big moment that. Looks like it is a goal kick. Not sure if the offside flag was raised, but Jastremski and Multica both there, perhaps getting in each other's way. It would have been quite some goal. It would have been all about that left-footed delivery from Angelo Stiller. Stroh-Engel not looking too comfortable, and he'll be substituted. Double substitution for Unterhaching as they look to protect this one. Stroh-Engel and Heinrich, 2 attacking players, withdrawn in the game. Well, the graphics got that the wrong way round. Stroh-Engel is going off. Hufnagel, the number 10, coming on. Well, another chance there for Unterhaching, and now suddenly up the other end, here come Bayern. Haching had so many players in the penalty area committed forward, and now Fiete Up's in the penalty area for Bayern. Foul given. Göttlicher down on the ground. Here's a chance from Fiete Up, going past one. 3 men around him suddenly. Göttlicher with the all-important touch to get the ball away and winning his team a free kick in the process. a bit of a strange passage of play, really, with Unterhaching looking so casual on the ball in the penalty area. There was another chance for 3, and here's another one, volleyed over the crossbar. Bayern can't believe it, trying to get the ball restarted really, really quickly. Patrick out, not allowing it to happen. Here's another look at the chance. Richter lofting it across, fired over. Hufnagel it was. Another substitute who's just come on, looking to make an early impact. Hoffman given a yellow card, presumably for his protestations. Being pulled back by Patrick out, the referee. But Bayern do have the game restarted and they are on the ball again. I spoke too soon. Bayern throw, Justin Shea. Hufnagel brings it down. Fellow substitute, Mashigo. Can't keep the ball though. Bayern come again. 87 minutes on the clock. Bayern in the penalty area. That one was a little bit too obvious. Cleverly played by Marcus Schwabel to shield that one out. Hanging on then as we are into the final few minutes of the game. Danny Schwartz watching on. The team on the sidelines for Bayern 2. They need something to change in the last few minutes of this match. Would be an incredible tale really for Bayern 2, going from champions to relegation in the space of just one season. Haching can't save themselves, but they can do an awful lot of damage to Bayern 2. They won't be relegated today, it's far too close for that, with 2 games remaining. But Bayern, it would be no wins in 10 for Bayern 2 unless they can find 2 goals here. Chance again, Unterhaching putting some players into the penalty area. Credit to them, they're not just going to sit on this one completely. Still going for a 3rd goal. Bayern up against 1860 Munich next. 1860 battling at the top of the table as well. Would be a huge derby. 1860 versus Bayern 2. Potentially a game that could relegate Bayern as well. Would be massive, massive pressure on for that one. 2 teams fighting completely at opposite ends of the table. Could be a city derby with huge consequences in both the promotion and relegation races. But for now, as we enter the 90th minute of the match, Bayern still have a couple of minutes to rescue something from this game. The intensity that Bayern showed has rather petered out in the last 10 minutes or so though. Credit to Unterhaching for that. But surely there will be another chance, won't there? So rare that these games just fizzle out without any kind of opportunities. There must be one moment, one roll of the dice, something to fall for a red shirt in the penalty area. It's a good ball in, deep into the box, headed back down. Feldhahn, again the man who's there. Not really who Bayern want on it, but there's the shot and it's wide of the target. There was the opening. Armindo Sieb, the number 41. Feldhahn sticking a foot out, does really well to knock it towards Fita up. He chested it off to Armindo Sieb. It would have been a pretty special effort from Sieb with his foot that high up. Had to swing it high on the volley, but couldn't get it on target. 4 minutes then remaining for Bayern. That was a good chance for Armindo Sieb. I talked about there being one more chance possibly in the game. Was that it? Was that the last one for Bayern? Here come Unterhaching, spreading it. Mashigo. Fresh legs of Mashigo. Can't do anything up against the Bayern defence this time. Given away, Mashigo wins it back. That's a clever ball down the left-hand side. No offside flag either. Haching eventually The official thought about it for a long time. The decision was reached eventually, though. Haching not too happy, but Bayern back on the ball and back on the attack. Into the box. Sieb. Lucky to keep hold of the ball there, Sieb. Josip Stanisic running. Does really well to get the cross in. Header over the top. Len Jastrzębski. And the chances do keep coming for Bayern, and they just cannot hit the target right now. Players behind him as well, Jastrzębski. Stanisic did so well to deliver that into the box. Maybe Len Jastrzębski should have left it. Impossible for him to know that in the situation. He was the one who had to jump backwards and try and angle that towards the goal. Maybe players in red shirts were better positioned behind him. If he didn't get a shout, what can he do? Chance here for Unterhaching on the break again at the other end. Hoffmann tries to get Bayern going. They are running out of time now. 120 seconds left on the clock at the Grünwalder Stadion. Header won by Unterhaching. Lofted up into the air, but not away. Sieb wins it. Another miss-hit clearance, but Mashigo picks it up. Good turn. Spreads the play to the right-hand side. Too far for captain Markus Schwabel. Thrown back to the goalkeeper. They'll start right from the back again. 90 seconds left for Bayern to rescue something from the game. Headed on. Jastrzębski. Bayern still on the ball. Feet are up. Jastrzębski again. Hearts beating on both benches as Mortika, the goal scorer, gets it back. Ball into the box. Had to be cleared away at the back post. Whistle's gone as well, you know. Yanis Turchan. Not only did he make a brave clearance, he might have won his side a free kick too. Coppens is picking up the ball. Looks like it won't be a corner. Just a clash in the end. Justin Che, I think it was, coming in. Maybe a little harsh on Che conceding the free kick, but Unterhaching will not care at this point. 40 seconds left in the game. Joe Coppens gets it away. The drama of football here on display in the third division on Matchday 36. 2 games left before the end of the season. 3 points would not help Unterhaching in anything but morale. But it would be costly for Bayern to be defeated in this one. Shooting chance comes in, grabbed by Hoffmann, and maybe there's one more. Into the last 10 seconds. Patrick Alt will surely blow his whistle any moment now. Is there one last throw of the dice for Bayern? Armindo Sieb. Can't afford to lose possession now. That will surely be the end of the game. They're into the penalty area on the overlap. Ball's out for a corner. You know what? Patrick Alt's going to let them take this. Substitute Torben Rhein. Pure drama at the end here at the Grünwalder Stadium. Still 2-1. Can Unterhaching hold on, or can Bayern 2 grab a vital point? Keepers up. Hoffmann, the number 1. Flicked on. Lofted over the top. Jastrzębski again it is. And Patrick Alt blows the whistle. It's all over here. Unterhaching collapsed to the turf. They're not sure whether to celebrate or just to feel relief. They've dug out a win, which does nothing for their survival hopes. But it's a real blow for FC Bayern 2. 22 rather deflated players after this one. Unterhaching relegated despite their victory. Bayern 2 beaten, and they stay deep in relegation trouble after Matchday 36. Feldhahn there, the number 5, missing perhaps the best chance for Bayern 2. He side-footed over from 7 yards out with 15 minutes to play. After that, a couple of chances fell the way of Len Jastrzębski. Nemanja Mortika did pull one back for Bayern with his first goal of the season, but in the end it was the goals for Unterhaching. Stielin in the first half, bundling the ball over the line, and Ansbach early on in the second half with his brilliant finish from the angle. Yet another assist for Markus Schwabel as well. Haching just about deserving of the win despite the fight back for Bayern 2, and it's finished here. FC Bayern Amateurs 1, Unterhaching 2. Pure drama at the bottom of the 3rd division. Here's the chance with the last kick of the game for Jastrzębski. It was over the top, and it just was not to be Bayern 2's day. We hope you've enjoyed this action from Matchday 36 in the German 3rd division, and we hope you'll join us for the remainder of the season. Thank you very much for watching. I'll say goodbye for today. It's finished Bayern 2 1, Unterhaching 2.